What's up, my friends? It's Daniel Amos here, and welcome back to another video. So, today's video, as you can tell by the title of the video, it's the 23rd of February, and it's my nana's birthday today. So, as of her birthday, I wanted to do a video for her, especially, saying happy birthday, first of all, to my nana. Happy birthday, Nana. Hope you're doing well up there. Hope you're having a few drinks. And I wanted to do a special video for Manila, just explaining to you guys of how I got the idea of choosing to make a YouTube channel for my nana, and also I'm going to tell you a bit about her, and I'm also going to be showing you this recorder, which is my nana's recorder, as you can see right here. And I'm going to be playing just a few recordings on this, just to, tell you a bit about, where we got the recording from and, why we got it. I'm going to explain all of that. And in a few upcoming videos, I'm going to be allowing you guys to hear some recordings, and I'm going to be explaining some of the recordings in some individual videos. So yeah, that's going to be upcoming on this channel as well. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But first of all, I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about in this video, which is the start of what my nana was like as a person, and how close I was to her and everything like that. So I was born on August 12th, 2002. And not only was my parents close to me, but also my nana was as well, also my granddad. Now, the thing I wasn't expecting is I never really thought of them, passing away. Like, because I thought, well, I knew that they'd have loads of years, in them, obviously, because when I was, only a baby, my nana was, still quite young back in the day. She was around her like 60s or something like that. And I was really, really close to them. They were like another, second mother and father to me, my nan and granddad. My nana was like a proper like second mother to me, other than my actual mum. Uh, and yeah, she was everything to me. She was a right character. She loved a good laugh. She loved seeing people. She loved talking to random people in the streets. Whenever me and my nana used to go shopping or walk to somewhere that we'd know really well of, she'd always say hi to whoever said hi to her. She'd speak to people that she knew all the time. Uh, and yeah, she was that kind of person. She was a well-loving, caring mother to my mum. She was a caring, nana or ninny to me. Yeah, she was everything to me. She was my world. And I used to go and visit her every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I used to sleep over half the time, as you would, when you were little. You used to go around to your nan and grandma's house to sleep over for the weekend. Luckily, my primary school was actually next to my nana's house, so I didn't have to walk far. But sometimes she'd walk her next door neighbour's dog, because her next door neighbour couldn't walk properly, so she had to take the dog out for her. And sometimes I'd be greeted with, with this little pooch, this little gorgeous dog it was, and she used to, walk it for her neighbour. And I'd say hi to it, and we'd walk back to my nana's house. She'd give her neighbour's dog back, and I'd walk into her house and have lots of fun. We used to have lots of fun. We used to play card games. We used to play drafts. We used to play Ludo, all of that stuff. And we used to watch movies as well on the TV, game shows, whatever we could find on TV. We used to watch it all. We used to have lots of fun. But the main thing I was dreading was until, the passing of her, and I will get that to. I will get to that in a bit. I have some photos of my nana, which I don't actually have in my files or anything like that. They're actually in my baby book. So if you want to see that in another video, I will show you some photos of me and my nana when I was like a baby. It's got most pictures of me as a baby in there. It's my baby book. So my baby book. So I will get that to another video, but click the like button if you want to see that, and I will tell you a few about of the photos of what's features in the photo and that. But smash the like button if you want to see that. But yeah, I never really thought as a baby of death because I didn't know about that at the time. I was only a baby, and I was just growing up to learn new stuff, and as you would as a baby, you don't know much because you just recently been born or you're growing up. And yeah, so I was just there meeting new family members, getting to know them and everything like that. So yeah. As I grew older, I learnt about, my parents taught me a little bit about death and that, and it's not a nice subject to talk about, but the thing I was dreading was the passing of my nan and granddad when it was upcoming, at some point. I'm not saying I was hoping it was going to happen because I never dreamt that. I never wanted that to happen because I was so close to my nana and my granddad, and when they died, I was so sad and devastated. So I have a few things here from my nana's funeral, which is I still have the little booklet, and that is my nana right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, that's my nana when she was older, and that's her when she was younger. And this photo right here, this black and white photo, is the photo of when my nana first met my granddad. My granddad was in the army, and he only went there for about a few years. And my nana was only 18 at the time when she met my granddad. And yeah, they both met. And my granddad said to my nana one day that I have to go back into the army. And my nana said to him, "Will I ever see you again?" And he was like, "Yeah, you will at some point." Anyway, eventually, until my granddad retired from the army, he came back to my nana at one point, and they were both madly in love with each other. They both loved each other, liked each other in a certain way, as you would. And yeah, that photo was taken when my granddad was still in the army. So my nana was holding a bunch of flowers there. As you can see, you could just about see the flowers there. Um, every time I look at this photo, she sort of reminds me of the Queen because she looked like the Queen a bit. And when my nana was still alive, I used to say to her, "God, you look a bit like the Queen there." And she would actually agree with me, and she'd go, "Oh yeah, I never noticed that." But the actual proper photo is in my mum's sister's house, um, and yeah, it used to be in my nana's house, the photo, but it's not anymore. So it's in her house instead now. So um, yeah, but that's that. And I remember this booklet as if it was yesterday. I mean, in living memory of my nana's real name is Agnes Isabel Lockett, as you can just about see there. My nana had a really, really beautiful name, Agnes Isabel Lockett. She used to have a locket as well on, this sort of necklace. She used to have a locket on there, and every time I look at that, I used to hear my voice saying in my head, "Locket, locket." Like I still memorise that locket that she wore, and it always reminds me of her surname. That's the way I think of it, because it's always a good thing where if a part of your family is wearing something that dedicates some sort of like memory to you of their surname or their name, I always think of the locket, and it always reminds me of my nana's surname. So that's a good way of thinking of it. If you've ever had a family member pass and you had something of theirs as a memory, and you always see that and you always remember something of their name. And it's a really nice thing, when you have this sort of like memory of what they used to wear or their personality or whatever it is, you can always remember their name or their surname or whatever. So, the most devastating thing, though, apart from all of this I'm talking about, is that my nana, also my granddad actually, died on the month of my birthday. My nana died on the 6th of August 2018, 3 years ago. She would have been 93 today if she was still alive. So, of course, my birthday's on the 12th of August, so she died about a week before my birthday. My granddad died on the 15th of August, or the 16th, 15th or 16th, one of them. That would have been about 2 weeks. No, sorry, a week after my birthday. So, there's some similarities there of when my nana died and when my granddad died. My granddad died first. He was he was 80, 87, 88. I think he was 87 when he died. And my nana she was 90 when she died. Her funeral was on the 16th of August. So that was about 2 weeks after she died. It was at 11:45 a.m. and of course it was in the church, as all funerals are. So yeah, but inside, got a collar open. Inside is of course you'd have the music to enter, and it was Who I Was Born to Be by Susan Boyle. The opening address, obviously, and then I have this, which is the poem that I was supposed to read out. And I chose to do this because I did it for my granddad. I read out this little poem for him, and I had to do it for my nana. Poem read by Daniel Ames, it has in this booklet on the 3rd line. And I'm going to read it out to you guys. I'm going to tell you what happened during the funeral after I've read this out. I can't believe I still have this. I'm really glad I've kept this because I'm never ever going to throw this away. My dad helped me write this, so it's called My Nana is the Best. For those who don't know, my nana is the best. There's no doubt she runs rings around the rest. Often we would laugh, sing, dance, and sometimes play. There was no end to the fun we would have in a day. We would walk down West Shore to feed the ducks and swans, then go back home, play a CD, and sing to some old-time songs. We would laugh out loud at funny faces we would pull, then sit down and eat delicious things till I was full. We would record each other's voices, laughing and joking, playing them in slow motion until we were in tears and choking. As I grew older, she slowed down and began to look small. But I tell you now, me and Nana had a right old ball. It's sad how the days go speeding by. Loved ones you cherish sadly grow old and die. But before we finally lay her down to rest, I will tell you all once more, my Nana was the best. And I remember it as it was yesterday. But unfortunately, on the day of her funeral, I didn't read this out because I was so nervous that I ended up giving my dad this paper. and he got up instead of me and read this out. And I still regret that, because on my granddad's funeral, I read his out, and I never read ours out because I was so nervous and I was so upset on the day, and I didn't want to show how emotional I was reading this out, because I knew my nana was up there watching down on me. She would have been if I would have stood up, and I just couldn't do it because I was just so upset, and I had to just sit there and give my dad this paper and just tell him to go up instead of me. But he did it. I really do regret not reading this out. And I'm telling you now, getting up, reading something like that in someone's funeral is really hard. And I know the feeling of how hard it is, because I did go up and read out my granddad's poem. So at least I know the feeling of what it's like to go up there and read something for your family member who's passed, who means so much to you. It's hard. Even going to a funeral and sitting there looking over at your family member in that coffin is just, it's so hard. And I will never ever forget my nana's funeral, my grandma's funeral, the rest of the family members in my family who've died. God bless you all. And you, Nana, and you, Grandad. I just miss you so goddamn much. I wish I could have done more for you when you were alive, but I can't. I can't do anything now, because you're up there. You're having a good old laugh. You're with your mum and dad, and you're with everyone. So, guys, I think it's time that I explain to you now how I came up with the idea of my Nana's channel. Some of you guys may know from my second channel, or from my old channels, I'd say, from the Daniel Amy Show days, from the Daniel Amy's second channel days, I created my Nana a channel called The Nice Nana Show. And I came up with the idea for the title from the Angry Grandpa show. I called it Nice Nana. So the opposite of Angry Grandpa. And basically, I sort of wanted to create the channel for my Nana only because I wanted to do some videos with her when she was still well, still alive, so I could look back on them on YouTube, and I knew whenever she was going to pass, when she was still alive this was, whenever she was going to pass, I'd still have these videos to look back on, and this recorder with all these recordings on it. There's loads of recordings on there, and I can remember how she used to look, remember how she used to talk, what her voice sounded like, remember how she was as a person, how nice, loving, caring she was, and just see me and her together again. It's just means so much to me. So that's why I created the channel. So that's all you need to know for that part. But now it is time to listen to some of the recordings on my Nana's recorder. That's what it sounds like when it turns on. I've got so many. There's probably hundreds and hundreds of recordings on this. And I listen to them whenever I think of my Nana. I've got some of them of my granddad in there as well. But you won't be able to hear them because my granddad used to whisper when he was alive. My granddad had so many problems when he was alive, and it just, even thinking about it, it breaks my heart. Because whenever I'm upset, I always listen to my nana's voice, and it always cheers me up. Of how many funny recordings are on this. I'm just so glad that my nana bought this. Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't mention where we got this recording from. I think my nana ordered it. She ordered it, yeah. She ordered it. And she wanted to do this. She wanted for me and her to make some recordings. So whenever she passed, she said to me, "You can have this." And I did. I did take it when my parents were, getting all the stuff out of my nana's flat. And I said to my mum, "Please, can you pick this up? Please, can you give me her recorder? Because I want it. I really want it." And I was the first one to have it. And this is mine now, so let's listen to some recordings on this. So this one is 3 minutes long, but we're only going to listen to a bit of it. By the way, guys, just a warning before I play these recordings. If you're wearing headphones or anything like that, these recordings are very loud. I can only turn this up to maximum sound, only because this won't play at a certain volume percentage. So if you're wearing headphones, I advise you to turn them down right now, or take your headphones out, because this is going to be very loud. Okay, this is the competition for Ludo. So let's just so a little one. Okay, let me just clarify. That's how loud it is. But also, me and my nana in this recording also were playing Cluedo, as you could hear me saying. And that's my voice from when I was younger. I can't remember how old I was, though. Do not say I was 12, because I wasn't. I've got a 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I got another go. That means you get another go if you get 6, ladies and gentlemen. 2. Ow, that hurt. Oh my god. There was me playing Cluedo with my own nana, and I'm saying ladies and gentlemen. What was I thinking? God, was I on drugs or something? Was I on drugs? I mean, why was I thinking there was an audience watching us live? Because it wasn't live, it was on this. Oh, Daniel, what was you thinking? If I could go back and say to young Daniel anything, it would be never think you're on TV. Because I don't know, actually. Anyway. Now let's go. What you gonna get? Oh, there's a red thing there. Let's go get that. Oh, she got 4. 4. Oh, then. Oh, 1. You have to be miserable, this channel, if you get a 1. Yeah, whenever me and my nana used to play games like cards or Cluedo or drafts, we used to always make up rules. And one of the rules was, if you got a low number, if you rolled a dice, this was only for rolling dice, you would make a miserable face if you got a low number. And it was so hilarious. It is still hilarious just listening to it back, because we used to do all of those fun things when we used to play games, and I just can't go back to them, but that's life. What we used to do, we used to laugh if we got 1, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we used to always laugh when we ever got a 1. I don't know why, it was just our tradition, I guess. By the way, I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to host? What was I thinking? So I'm saying ladies and gentlemen with an applause. Yeah, thank you. And there's me saying I'm the host. What? Okay, that's one of the recordings. I'm not going to play that anymore because it's really, really cringy. So I'm gonna just move ahead and go to another one. This is only 17 seconds. I'm just gonna play it just to see what happens in this one.
Oh, the chicken sandwich.
Okay, you guys are probably wondering what that was. Well, we had another tradition. We had loads of traditions, but this was the main one. Now, I did a small recording on one of my nana's old phones, and I still have it somewhere in this room. It was a pink phone, a little Samsung pink phone, the old phone, or one of the old phones. And I was in my nana's bedroom one day. I picked up a pink Samsung phone. I used to do loads of recordings on that as well. Smash the like button if you want to hear this recording that I'm mentioning right now. And I just went on there, turned on the voice recorder, and I decided, because I used to love food so much when I was a little kid, I decided to do something about food on the voice recorder. And this was one of them. When we used to say sentences and we used to say them really slow and really fast. And the main one was, "Do you want a chicken sandwich with pickle on?" My granddad used to have chicken sandwiches with pickle or cheese, or we used to have cheese sandwiches, chicken, whatever, with pickle. Everything used to be with pickle with my granddad. And that's when we got the saying from. Do you want a chicken sandwich? Like this.
Oh, the chicken sandwich.
If me and young Daniel could say it face like at the same time, this is what it would sound like.
Oh,
Want a chicken sandwich with pickle on. That's what it would sound like. Okay, what's this one?
Hello everyone, I'm just waiting for my mum to answer the Skype
This is
call.
better.
I've waited long enough, so she should answer this one. She doesn't. I've got to wait later.
I remember now. So my mum, my nana, and my dad all went out to the shops, and I was on my own in my nana's house, and I was so bored that I picked up this recorder, and I decided to do a little bit of recording. But before I picked up this recorder and did the recording, I was trying to phone my mum to see where they were, because they were out for so long. They were out for about an hour and a half in total, and I was just sitting there for a full hour waiting for an extra 30 minutes, and I kept on ringing my mum to see where they were, and she never picked up the phone, which is really sad. So yeah, that's some history for you.
Hello everyone, I'm just waiting for my mum to answer the Skype call. I've waited long enough, so she should answer this one. She doesn't. I've got to wait later. No, not going to come up straight away. They're going to be quite a while. So I just got to sit here, probably watch telly, probably play my phone or talking to this and listen to one of the things that I actually recorded a long time ago and now. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, if that makes sense.
I was playing on my phone as well, just to let you know.
So it says connecting, and I've got my mate's one now. She hasn't answered. Oh dear. I sent her a message saying, how do you spell it? Do you know Carol's friend? I can't found with her name.
What?
Well, her name, I said, really. It says I answered and picked up the phone. So, but I want to know how to spell Dawn, so whoever's out there, please tell me.
Whoever's out there, please tell me. That's hilarious. So guys, there you have it. A video from my nana. But I just want to say before I do the outro is happy birthday, Nana. Happy birthday. I love you so much. I really hope you and Nana have a few drinks. You and Nana? I hope you and Grandad have a few drinks on your birthday. I will be having a glass of wine and doing a toast to you. Happy 93rd birthday, Nana. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please all comment down below hashtag happy birthday nice Nana, because that would mean so much to me. And please go and subscribe to the Nice Nana Show, because my Nana's channel has got like 93 subs or something like that. So yeah, please go and subscribe to her channel. I'll leave her channel down in the link down in the description box, and just please, it would be much appreciated if you would go and subscribe to her channel. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please smash the like button and smash it if you want to hear some stories about some of the recordings on my Nana's recorder. Also, guys, go and subscribe to her channel and follow me down. Links down in the description below. And also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload on this channel. Right, this is me, guys, signing out, and I hope you guys have a good day. Nana, happy birthday.